Hey everyone, welcome. I'm sorry that I got on so late tonight, but if you are catching me in replay and you want to see me next time, I will be on next Tuesday, pretty much every Tuesday. And if you're not sure or you can't remember, look at my event page on my website, and I have a little reminder on what day and what time I will be on. Hey Marco. And so catch me next time. I'm also on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. If you want to reach out to me for a reading, feel free to do so. Hey everyone, welcome. Sorry I'm on so late tonight. I decided tonight is going to be speed readings, because I feel like I'm just playing catch up today. And I have a perfect story to share with you guys. Tonight, I was supposed to get together with my family, eat sushi. So excited. Sent them the directions, and we all went to the wrong locations. And it was a bummer, but in these moments, you have to sort of stop and be like, okay, for whatever reason, the universe is just not wanting this to happen tonight, and it's just not working. And what ended up happening is, give it some time, you let go, and then you realize that it ended up working for the better. We ended up saving money because of it, and we're actually going to end up meeting a different day, which actually worked better for all of us. So, yeah, my speed in trying to connect with my family just ended up in failure, and I'm here tonight though because of it. I was worried I was going to have to cancel. So lots of good things come out of situations where you just don't have control. And so I thought, what a perfect theme for tonight. Speed. And so we're going to be doing speed readings, and I'm just going to sort of time myself and give you guys those speed readings. But if you do want a longer reading, send me a donation, and I'll just sort of stop the speed readings wherever I'm at and give you guys those messages. So feel free to donate in the description down below. Before I do that, I am going to do a group reading for everyone. So for those of you catching us replay, that's kind of what my outline is. I'm just going to ask for everyone, what do we need to know tonight? And I'm pulling out my Goddess Power Oracle deck, and this is the same card that I pulled today. And this card is Wisdom, and it's Metis, and I can't remember what type of goddess she is. She is a Greek goddess of wisdom. And this is about making wise choices. Hey guys, sorry, I haven't read your comments yet. So I'm also learning this deck. I'm going to start using this deck a little bit more in my live readings because I need to start memorizing it. And I bought it forever ago. Actually, it was gifted to me. But the messages is experience woven together with knowledge creates a beautiful thing. Wisdom. So experience and knowledge create wisdom. Its parts are intertwined like a finely made rope that is so strong it can't be cut. Wisdom, once earned, becomes an essential part of you. Right now, the Greek goddess of wisdom, Metis, says you know exactly what you need to do in your current circumstances. The real question is, do you have the courage and commitment to make a wise choice? I love that. Let me see if there's just anything. You're being invited to look within rather than without. Draw forth humility. Others may seek you out for your wisdom. New relationships. You're entering in a period of your life to share all that you are and all you've learned. That's awesome. That's sort of affirming for some of the things that have been going on for me lately. So the Greek goddess Metis, wisdom. So that's kind of our group reading. I always start the night with that just to make sure that if you caught me replay, there's still something you can have out of it. But tonight we are doing speed readings. And speed readings are fun because they are basically claircognizant exercises. So you guys put up your questions in the comments and I get to everybody. So unlike our normal nights where we kind of do guessing games and I give one person a longer reading, these speed readings are all about me just like reading like this. Go fast, go, go. And the best way I can describe it is when I was learning in the Aspen program, what we had to do was we had to stand in two lines facing each other. And basically one line moved, the other one stayed still. And the line that moved, you had to read that person in that line. So you had 30 seconds, and then my coach would blow a whistle, and then we had to move and do the next person for another 30 seconds. And the whole point of claircognizant speed readings is that you're not getting in your head and you're not judging it. You're just going with what you get. And so, disclaimer, because of that, I might not be connecting with you guys as well as I could be if I was sitting down and giving you a longer reading and fully connecting to your energy. So do know with the speed readings that they could be less accurate. And I do not claim to be 100% accurate 100% of the time. If you've been around my channel, which if you haven't, please subscribe. I'm all about sort of debunking these myths and sharing accurate information around psychics and what we can and can't do. And being 100% right 100% of the time is definitely not one of those things. All right. So again, though, if you want to kind of pause the speed readings and send me a donation, absolutely feel free to do so, and I will get to it. Again, I'm not going to go too long tonight just because I got on so late. And it looks like Rebecca already sent me a donation. Thank you, Rebecca. Rebecca, let me know if you have a 1 to 3 questions. Either one question I'll spend a lot more time on, or, I'll split the time between like 2 or 3 questions. Oh, and Amanda. Amanda, I don't know if I got your donation. Let me know where you sent it. Hey Amanda, first time here. SGS, yes, you can ask me as soon as basically when I'm not doing the donation readings, I will do the speed readings. But we have, it looks like 1 right now. So I'll go back to Marco. You guys might just have to re-ask your question. Sorry. So Rebecca, do you see anything in particular happening for me in my career, like a move for a career? I'm immediately getting to stay put, Rebecca. Playing around with these cards. Ooh. I could be wrong though. So these cards, I pulled all awesome cards. This is the future, and then you've got the new beginnings card, and then you have co-creation. So I feel like you are manifesting a new future, Rebecca, whether or not it's moving or not. I'll get there in a second. So I can never pronounce her name right, but it's like Eostre, Eostre. This is my goddess deck, by the way. So all of these different goddesses you can look up if you're feeling like you really resonate with them. She's the goddess of new beginnings. And so, I mean, just all of these combined, I'm reading it as very good future, Rebecca. So if you're like trying to weigh the options on whether or not to move forward on this, I would absolutely go with it. I know I said to stay put, but I feel like I just wasn't connecting as well. So ignore that. Let me ask, though, about staying put versus moving forward. Hey, guys, I'm just reading Rebecca really quick. Staying put. So if you stay put, it's like not a bad thing, because you can still ask for whatever you're going to get whatever you're manifesting right now. It's just going to come in like a different form. And that's like all I'm getting is, even if you're not moving, you are hardcore manifesting this right now, and your guides are hearing you. And if you don't take this opportunity, then they're like, okay, we'll just give you something else. And so this card, Magic Prayer, this is just reminding you, if you do stay put, these are both staying put cards, that you'll just have to remember to set that intention. Remember to ask for what you want. And that might just be a little bit harder because you feel like, oh, well, this opportunity passed me up, therefore I can't have this. But a lot of times we can manifest whatever it is we're looking for and stay in the same place at the same time. It's just sometimes our view of how it has to happen is so narrow-minded that we're not letting that new opportunity come in. Because we're like, oh, well, the only way I can have this job is if I move. But if we let go of that limiting belief, we might find out, oh, actually, there is a job here that I could do. It just wasn't fitting my original idea of what I could have. But the other part, and I'm getting that this is sort of like the downside of staying put, Rebecca, is that you are going to feel stuck. You're going to feel like you're not moving forward. I read this card a different way today for somebody else, and I'm trying to remember because I feel like that also has something to do with it. Hang on. Where's the booklet for this? I just feel like there was a phrase that I read out of this booklet today that also applies to you. Oh, stop and savor. Stop and savor the wonder of life. So I think if you do stay put, it's also a warning that, you need to remember to love where you're at. And for whatever reason, maybe that's part of why you're attracted to moving, is you're like, oh, well, I'm not exactly enjoying where I'm at. So if you did stay, you'd have to remember, okay, I still have to manifest this, and I have to be open to whatever that new possibility is. But I also have to remember to enjoy where I'm at and savor the things that I like about this life, be grateful for what I do have, because that door just opened. Sorry. Because what was I saying? I feel like that was my cat, not a spirit. Anyway, this is just reminding you that part of the reason why you're so attracted to leaving is you're just feeling stuck here and you're not appreciative for what you have. So and I'm reading Rebecca, you guys, she donated. And so as far as leaving, I'm still getting negative cards around it. So I feel like the flying card in reverse is like, in upright, this card is like, oh, you're soaring, you're doing awesome, like you're just being your true self, you're flying. But it's in reverse, which to me says you might struggle with feeling, oh my gosh, passionate. You might struggle with feeling excited about this new job. Doesn't mean you can't get over it. It's just going to be a challenge to feel really connected to yourself and being in that zone. And then the rescue card, and Rebecca, if this feels like totally opposite, which I have a feeling it might be, switch it around. It's okay if I'm wrong. And I pulled this rescue card in the reverse position, which to me is kind of like saying you're going to wait around to be rescued. You might, for whatever reason, get into this new job and feel like, you're not empowered to meet new friends or I don't even know, like just do the things that you're used to doing. And so you're going to feel like you're going to wait around for somebody else to come and fix it or make it better. Again, it's not something that you can't get around. It's just another obstacle that you have. Like me moving, or moving out, anything of that nature. I feel like I'd be passionate about moving, to be honest, rather than staying. And that's totally fine, Rebecca. Because I think whatever it is, your guides are manifesting. You are manifesting it. And this co-creation card, this is Spider Woman. She, I think, is a Chinese goddess. But this card is all about like you're sending your thoughts out and we are receiving it as the universe, and we are both coming together and we are co-creating this new path. And so they're saying, like, if this is what you want to do, if you want to move, tell us, like, let's make it happen. You do some things that kind of go out of your comfort zone, make it clear that this is what you want. Start by like, packing or looking for houses or going and touring things, do something that shows us you're serious, and we're going to meet you halfway. That's what co-creation is. We're going to come up with the other half of this. And they're saying, right now, you have new opportunities, you have new beginnings, like focus on the future, set these goals. You're in a really good spot. And I should say, like, out of all of this, I'm really feeling like yes, like continue with the forward thinking attitude. And if you're feeling really good about moving, awesome. They're going to be here to support you. And it's just to remember these things that, you might get disconnected from that connectedness to yourself. And so what I'll do for you, since you sent kind of a larger donation, I'll just ask what you can do to feel more connected to that self. You know what? They're telling me to pull the goddess cards. Hang on. Because we want to avoid feeling like we're just free falling. We want to feel like we're in control and we can connect to that part of ourselves at any time. And so again, I just want to ask. She gave me the same one. So that maybe look into this guide, Rebecca. This is Scold. I'm guessing that's some sort of like Eastern. Let me just look. Eastern European goddess is what I'm guessing. Norse goddess, Scold. She comes in to show you the glimpses of your future. Okay, so you're experiencing these magical moments of insight, these flashes of inspiration. I'm just seeing if there's, I don't have these memorized, sorry. I feel like I'm always saying that. The goddess Scold, who rules the destiny of gods and men, says remaining true to this moment is your greatest power. It's all about basically setting your intention, focusing on the future. And sometimes that's a bad thing and we don't want to advise that. But what I'm getting, like, this isn't like wishful thinking in the future of something that you can't have. This is, what do I want out of my future so I can set my intention, so I can set my compass and figure out which direction I want to go in. So I think, to answer you, Rebecca, I really think that moving forward is a good move. But they're just like, what is your intention? What is that visualization? What is that goal? Because maybe you're just like, I want to move, but I don't know why or how it's going to happen. So maybe figuring out a little bit more of the how is definitely going to help. Oh, and so I asked the question, how can you feel like you're not falling? How can you feel like you're not having to be rescued? And the answer, I think, is just to focus on the future. Focus on the future goal settings. That's like all they want you to do right now. Is like you're getting these flashes, you're getting this insight, you're getting all these awesome things coming your way. And it's like just like a little bit of a taste of what's to come. But they want you to fill in the gaps more. They want you to fill in, don't leave it so much up to them. Decide what it is that you want. I don't know if I'm being clear. So like how it feels like is that you're like, I want to move, but you don't know how. And so going out of your way to be like, well, I do want to change this job and here's actual job applications I can apply for. And I think I want to move to the East Coast versus the West Coast, or maybe you don't know yet. And so you're just kind of all up in the air, but your guides are trying to be like, yes, you're on the right path. You're on the right path. Like, good thinking, just flesh it out a little bit more. I think that's what it is, like flesh it out a little bit more so that it's like a little bit clearer. I hope that makes sense, Rebecca. I'll just pull one last card. Anything we're not seeing, Rebecca, come apart from it. Get some distance from it, Rebecca. Maybe you've been thinking about it too much or just like thinking about it a certain way too much. And sometimes when you just take a break from it and you can come back to it and see it in a new way. I hope that helps, Rebecca. I feel like I was a little confusing. I'm sorry if I was. Awesome. Hey, everyone. If you're joining me, we are doing speed readings, but if anyone donates, I will pause and give them a kind of a longer reading depending on how much they donate. I just want to make sure. I think Amanda said she donated Venmo. So I think Amanda, yes, Amanda is next. Thank you, Amanda. What, did you put a question here? I can't wait to get super chat so I don't have to open this up on my app. Okay. So yes, I'm going to do Amanda because she donated, and then Assuming nobody else donates, we'll just jump back into speed readings. And speed readings is everyone gets a reading. They're just really fast and really short. Cool. Pronounced like Easter. What? Did I miss something? Let's see. And all of you guys that are up above our paid reading is just, you're going to have to ask your question again. Sorry. Watch the video afterwards. Also, I saw something earlier, but I think it was sage or whatever you're burning. Oh, I'm not burning any sage, but maybe I need to, Amanda. My goodness, woman, you're surrounded. Amanda, what's your question? Because if you sent it via VENMO, either I'm not seeing it. Yeah, no, I don't think the question came through. So let me know, Amanda, what question you have, and I will get to it. Hi, everyone. Could spirit help us learn what our spiritual gift is, or in other words, how we can help others? Yeah, Gabby, that's actually, if you watch the video that I literally put up last Friday, I did, or was it Saturday? I don't know. I did prompts. So if you wanted to do automatic writing and connect to your guides, you can ask them like, why should I use my spiritual gifts? Or I can help others by ... And that's a great prompt to use, because if you're not sure how to use your psychic ability or what you should be using it for, you can use automatic writing and let your guides sort of tell you. So I'm doing good, Mr. Krabs. Sorry, guys, you're going to have to ask your questions again once Amanda asks her question. Okay. Oh, thanks, Brittany. The goddess Easter is pronounced like Easter. Oh, thank you. I should know these things. Now I know. Okay, I'm curious what my most prominent gift is. Oh, you asked up front. You're curious what Claire is your most prominent. Can you pick that up? Yeah. I just heard clairsentience. Do you feel like you feel things pretty well, Amanda? And clairsentience is all about emotions, feeling other people's stuff. It could be physical sensations like cold or hot, or like literally a spirit touching you. But on a lesser sense, it's like just feeling what other people feel. Like, you know, if somebody's really sad around you, it's just like so obvious. You're just like, I know exactly how they're feeling right now. I can feel it. And it's so hard to shake it. They're so like, you know, that energy is so much theirs. It's also yours. And so, Amanda, I think you're definitely clairsentient. I don't feel like you're as in tune with it as you realize, but I feel like if you sat down and started doing a bunch of exercises, it would kind of blow open to the point where you'd be like, oh, I need to like take this a step back. No, it's not. I think I left it in a weird place. Where did I leave it? I left it in a weird place. Sorry, Amanda. My husband is in here asking where the baby monitor is. Shit. Where did I put it? He went to sleep for his nap, and then I'm so distracted. Fuck. It's not in here though. I was watching him. I'm sorry. I don't know, Ian. I'm sorry. Found it under the fruit. Okay. Hey, Ian, do you mind deleting your comments? Can I do that? I'll do it. Just trying to be safe with my own family. Sorry, guys. Thought that was a random person asking that. No, that was my husband. I asked him to put my baby down to sleep. He's like, where is the monitor? Anyway, okay, Amanda, what was I saying? Clairsentience. Yeah, I feel like you might, it might be one of those things like as soon as you start opening it, you might find it a little bit harder to kind of shut it down. So really work on your boundaries. Like boundaries should be like number one for you, Amanda. Because because you donated so much, I'm going to ask what goddess can come in and help you with this. They're saying this one. Specifically, your clairsentient energy. Oh, this makes sense. Kuan Yin, she is I think Chinese goddess, and she's all about compassion. Like I think Kuan Yin comes in for me when I just need to like be nice to others and feel that compassion for other people. And so that makes sense when you're working on clairsentience, because you're feeling everybody else's stuff, but you need to close it off, but not in a sense of like be mean to people or like hurt their energy by closing them off. There's going to be like a fine balance of like lovingly closing them off is what I'm hearing. Hey everyone, we're going to do speed readings here in a second. I'm just anytime someone donates, I just pause and make sure that they get a reading, but soon we'll be doing those. But yeah, Kuan Yin will definitely come in, Amanda, and help you with this. I'm working on all the clairs. Clairaudience and clairvoyance are my favorite. Clairsentience is empath. Yes, correct. And it's been bugging me because I've been seeing a lot of people post, the 4 clairs, and 1, that's not how many there are, and 2, they call clairempath a clair, which is not. That's a completely like made up word. If you look into the French meaning of all of these words, clairempath was never a word. Empaths are basically somebody who is very clairsentient. You get a lot of clairsentient messages, and so therefore you are empathic. And so clairsentience is just, it tends to be one of the more common, or I shouldn't say more common, but it's one that has a harder time with boundaries because of it. Again, Amanda, I feel like it's just like you're waiting for that moment of like you're doing this a lot and then it clicks, and then it's like you're having a really hard time shutting it off. And so they just want you to like know that you might have to have like a little bit of control over that. I do have a video on this. I have a really old one on clairsentience, which is just exercises. As far as shutting it off, I have kind of a general shutting it off video. And then I think besides that, using my course to learn how to set boundaries. I do have videos on boundaries. I have a few videos on boundaries, kind of like tools you can buy to set boundaries, mantras for boundaries. I have a bunch. They're a lot older, so a lot of people have to dig to find them now, but they're actually some of my more popular videos still. Gabby, that's funny that you say that, because that's been happening a lot to me lately. Like I have been having moments with my son where I stop and I'm like, whoa, this is like that deja vu thing that I had earlier, but this is it coming real. And I've realized I've had dreams about being with my son way before my son was even born, but I don't even remember that they were dreams until like I'm in the middle of it and it's happening. And it's been like crazy cool. I'm still recording a video on kind of like the very last part of my pregnancy series. If any of you guys started that, the very last part of it, I'm still working on. I want to just give a little bit more. Hang on, Amanda, you gave more. Let me just do one more. Anything else for Amanda for developing her psychic abilities? Amanda donated. Sorry, guys. Then we're going to get back to readings. Amanda, talismans. I'm hearing, are they working? No. Okay. Talismans are not going to work for you. So talismans are like physical things that you hold on yourself. So physical, like reminders, like necklaces or crystals, things that you're holding on to. And Amanda, I think for whatever reason, that's just not going to work for you. So if you're feeling like, oh, I need to hold on to this crystal so that I can feel grounded or whatever, it's just, that might not be as easy for you. So maybe coming back more into intentions and ritual setting and maybe affirmations is what I'm hearing. That might be more helpful than like carrying around something to protect you. But yeah, thank you, Amanda. Thank you for the donation. Sorry, guys, just jumping back into it. And I'm going to do speed readings here in a second. But again, if you want to do a donated reading, let me know and I'll stop and kind of spend more time on that. Because speed readings are very short. I could sense someone's true personality and intentions. I don't know if that's clairsentient. Depends on how you receive it. So you can know someone's personality or you can know someone's intentions. That's something that they have, but how you are sensing it is the clair. So you could know somebody's personality by seeing it. You can know their intentions by just knowing it, which is claircognizance. But it's not about the message itself. So yeah, yes, personality and intentions in themselves might be a clairsentient feeling, but that doesn't mean that's necessarily how you received it. I'm literally editing my animal communication course right now, and I talked about it. Your cat could be sending you a visual of their bowl, and they're like, I want you to feed me, I'm hungry. But you could be not picking up on the visual, and you could be hearing it. You could be hearing, I'm hungry. So just because it's sent one way doesn't necessarily mean you receive it one way. I hope that makes sense. Spider Woman is a demon according to the Journey to the West, but Spider Woman is here to learn lessons from this monkey king. Interesting, Marco. I'd love to learn more about her. Also get lots of migraines when I'm around a lot of people. Ugh, yeah. Definitely an empathic thing. It's knowing how to separate your feelings and emotions from somebody else. If any of you are struggling with that, first turn off your psychic ability. I have a video on that. And then look at my course, because I talk about the whole part 1 is just about boundaries, which is so important. A lot of people just get into this, don't set their boundaries, don't set their intentions wide open, just let everything in. That's exactly what happened to me. I started to do all of this and get interested in it, messing around with it. And then I started seeing spirits in this very room. My husband and I used to sleep in this room, and I used to see faces up in that closet all the time. It scared the crap out of me. So I had to learn how to shut it off first before I I think it took me like a year or 2 to even come back to clairvoyance where I was comfortable with it. All right, speed readings. Amanda, her course on Udemy is amazing. Yeah, so much. Thank you, Brittany. I'm so self-conscious about it because it's so old now. I mean, the information is great, but like the production quality, I feel like I can do so much better. But I'm literally editing the animal communication course right now. It'll be cheaper because it's a lot shorter, but think of it, if you want to do animal communication, get the main course so you understand all of this stuff, and then the animal communication is sort of like a little add-on that you can get. Oh, interesting, Marco. I guess this is a psychic's experience. I'm not sure what you're asking. Yes, Gabby, I love it when that happens. I'm too tangible. That's why. Well, and that's I'm I'm the same way. Like the talismans, like actually like holding on to things, I forget about them, and I just like it doesn't work for me either. Yes, definitely check out my course, you guys, psychiclauren.com, and right at the top you can see the video courses. I'm just waiting for more herbs. All right, let's do speed readings. So sorry if you guys have asked questions before, and I'm taking my sweet ass time. If you want me to stop and go further, send me a donation. Let me know that you did, because it's through my phone, through Venmo, or PayPal. All right, let's do it, you guys. And I'm going to set my timer. Let's go like 30, 40 minutes. We'll see where I'm at. Speed readings tend to burn me out pretty quick. I'll start with Missy. Missy, welcome. What is my purpose? I'm immediately seeing you transferring people from one place to another. That could be literally, that could be metaphorically, but you are like a transporter. I feel like there's a better word there. Will I get married again? Do you want to get married again, Vanessa? That's what your guides are asking you. They're like, what intention are you setting out? Hi. I'll just go up because I want to keep going. Vanessa, yes. When will I meet my soulmate? Merlin, it's like the same as Vanessa. It's like, how do you define soulmate? Your guides don't know what you want because it's not very clear. you're just so open to whatever it could be. Note about speed readings that I forgot to say. Try to ask your question in a different way. You can come back, you can ask the same question more than once. Asking a question in a different way might get you a different answer. What should I go back to school for? I just heard psychology, and my brain is like, well, that's not going to make you any money, but that's what I heard. Another thing I forgot to say with speed readings, guys, know that take it with a grain of salt. I could be not connecting very well at all because they are speed readings. So take it with a big grain of salt. I don't even know where that expression comes from. Is there anything I need to know about my husband's business? There's somebody else there I'm just getting this sucking energy. Somebody's pulling him back, Brittany, distracting him, not letting him be his best, his fullest thing. It's his outside people telling him how to do or be, and that's not helpful for him because he's doubting himself too much. Where am I being pushed to career-wise? I'm so tempted to grab my cards. I need to put my cards away. Where am I being pushed to career-wise? I immediately saw a car. Racing, that could be symbolic. Also know with these that they could be literal or symbolic. I'm just seeing like a car moving fast. Anything that is going to keep you moving quickly. Is there new money opportunity job coming this month / near future? Need it for studio time and stability. I'm seeing towards the end of the month, Iceman. But I'm also hearing like you need to put in the work to do it. Like are you marketing yourself? Because it's not just going to fall into your lap is kind of what they're saying. Like it's not going to come if you don't look for it. Am I on the life path that best suits my highest good? Gabby, they're just like, you're so cute. Your guides, they're just patting you on your head. And they're like, of course you are. Don't stress out about it. When will I get married? Next fall. A fall maybe. I think Vanessa, it's really determinant on when you actually meet somebody. I feel like there's so many variables of what needs to happen, Vanessa. So know with future questions, I could answer next fall right now, but if you take forever to, go out and meet somebody, you could change that. Who's my main spirit guide? It's an animal, maybe a raccoon free. That's my spirit guide. Hang on. I'm asking, the raccoon is with you. I'm trying to just ask like what they're here for. I need to go faster. I'm so bad at going fast. He keeps burrowing free. He's like burrowing, hiding, conserving his energy. That's kind of like the energy that he has that you need to emulate. It's like saving your resources. Will I connect with my twin flame again in this lifetime? They're saying maybe, and I literally saw the 8 ball with like the little thing, and it went not likely. That's what I saw in my head. That's kind of funny. And Stacey, I would let go of the twin flame word because maybe you're limiting who can come in because of that. Can my wife do anything to improve her health? Breathing, I'm immediately just got like humidity, like what are they called? Humidifiers. Breathing. It's the air quality double C. I don't know if you have to move. Amanda is on orb spotter watch. She's just like, orb. What intention does Christopher have towards me? I just got like raised eyebrows, Benita, like seduction eyebrows. When will my business become successful? This is good practice for me because I take so long to like go deep and figure out things. I just immediately saw beads, like hand beads. I need something faster, guides. When will my business become successful? Ask me again, Vanessa. I'm sorry. He has an opportunity to make changes. How can he make sure these are positive for our growth? He needs to do them on his own. He needs to get people out of his ear, Brittany, like including you. he needs to like know how to say and do things himself. Like I'm just getting like his personality. They're showing it to me, and it's like everyone tells him what to do in his life, and this is like the perfect moment where he's being presented with the opportunity to be like, no, I am going to make my own decisions, and he's got to do it, and you just have to trust that he's going to do it, and he's going to do it right. What are Darren, Virgo, Libra, cusp current feelings towards me? What is it with YouTube and everyone being just so heavy into astrology? It's so interesting. What are Darren's current feelings to me? I don't know much about astrology. That's why I say that. I just read the energy of the people. What are Darren's current feelings towards me? Neutral, but that doesn't mean there's not room for improvement. Hey guys, if you're joining me, feel free to send me a donation if you want me to go further, because I know I'm being super brief with these, and not brief, I'm not consistent. I'll get there. I'm between two people right now. Do you see me? One of whoever's on your left, who's this? I don't know, Andrea, however you're like mentally thinking about it in your head, whoever's on the left. They just said on the left. Do you see one of them for me being long term? Yes. But they're also saying like any of them. It's the one who's like quieter. Why psychic mediums pick up on my husband coming in October of this year, and some see a guy in December? Well, Tamara, let me answer that for you. You should, and I was literally thinking about making this into a video today. When you go to multiple psychics and you ask the same question over and over again, a lot of times that information can get muddled. And so if one psychic says one thing and another psychic says another thing, I like to see that as a sign that your guides want you to figure it out. You know, there's a reason why you're putting out so much, you're putting all of your hopes and wishes into these psychics. You're not trusting your own intuition. And so because of that, your guides are throwing out mixed signals to make you stop and be like, I need to stop relying on psychics. I need to figure this out for myself. That was not psychic, Tamara. That was me. But that's probably, I think that's why though. I think your guys are just wanting you to stop and realize that you're not connecting with your own intuition, and you need to do that yourself to get the answers that you want. Because I feel like you're asking the wrong questions, Tamara. Amanda. Hey everyone, we're doing speed readings. Throw up your question. I'll try to do you do more than one quick read? Yeah, absolutely. Throw up more than one. Why did Brandon Aquarius call me on Easter? He was happy. He was just like full of food. Maybe had some liquor in him. Just like really happy, Miss Bonita. He's thinking about you. It was a moment of courageousness that he might not ever do again. But I would take it read into it as like a good thing. How do I get unstuck spiritually? Oh, I just saw you in water, Missy. Oh, I'm like immediately seeing those like float tanks. That might be expensive, but I'm getting you just like meditating in water. I think there's something about forcing yourself to actually do it that is going to help. General message for me, smiley face. I just saw you at a beach. I'm asking, is that like vacation vibes? Maybe. I need to keep going fast. Am I connecting with spirits when I try mediumship? Yes. Yes, Amanda. There's just something there's a reason why you're doubting it. Maybe it's because you're not getting specific information. It doesn't have to be specific. Sometimes when you're starting, it can be very vague. But you're definitely connecting. When do you see KLR coming back into my life? I'm immediately seeing this show in my head. And it's like about this person who's lost. So Mishito one, I'm getting that that they're lost. And it's not because of you or how they feel about you. They might not be coming back to your life at all because it's like they're completely gone. They're off the grid. Not like literally, but just like mentally. What will make my business successful? More marketing. How is he a Virgo, Libra, cusp? Oh, when will my boyfriend marry me? When he wants to. I know that's like really dumb, but like that's what I'm hearing. Like when he really feels like he's there and he's committed and he's like, yes, I want to do this. So Vanessa, I would ask, how can you get there? How can you help that relationship get to that point? Was Darren lying when he said he wants a commitment with me? I'm hearing no. I don't think so. Do my parents have any messages for me? Keep up the good work, Double C. Your dad patted you on your shoulder. I like this girl and I haven't spoken to her yet. I'm wondering if you see any chances of us being together. Her name is AKW. Mike, I really feel like you need to reach out way more. Reach out way more than you would have, because she's just not on you're just not on her radar. Blind reading? I'm not sure what that means. Tamara forever wins. Darren's birthday. Who is my main guide? Oh, Gabby, you have just this tiny little deer. I feel like it's always deer, but tiny little deer. Maybe it's a rabbit. It has spots though. It's a baby and it has spots. Is your PayPal in Chandler? It's in the channel description, yes. I'm a remote viewer, and when will I find missing person from the last session? That's cool, John. I want to learn remote viewing. John, I feel like you already did as much as you could. It feels like, for whatever reason, this person, or it's like this person is not supposed to be found. The timing of it is out of your hands. I feel like you did everything and you might have already grazed where this person was at, but it's just not going any further. But it's out of your control. Does Darren get psychic tarot readings about me? No. Not from other people. He does think though about you, Tamara. What should I do for self-improvement? Oh, it's so general, but I feel like exercise was the first thing that I heard. I can't find your PayPal. Yeah, it's in the description. Is there a nickname you go under? Oh, you guys are talking to each other. It pops to two people. It's the Lauryn GK, if you're asking me. Why did Marlon stop texting me a few months ago? I feel like it's his own shit, Tamara. I feel like he just was like, I'm done with this, which is kind of don't stress out about it anyway. That's not the type of energy you want anyway. Do you see things improving for me? Yes, I'm seeing you being outside. I'm seeing a mountain. I think you're building things up into way bigger of a deal than you need to be, Gia. Amanda, it could very well be I see there's really tiny pieces of hair flying right in front of my camera, and you see how my finger gets bigger the closer it gets to my camera. It's probably those little pieces of hair. I do have a lot of animals in this house. When do you see Christopher returning back to my life? When he comes back from a trip? I don't know. Winter? Any messages from my brother in spirit? He says, hi, sis. You're doing a good job. Thanks. Thanks, Miss Bonita. All caps. I donated. Thank you. As soon as I get super chat, you guys, this will be a lot easier on everybody. I apologize. I'm so close to being monetized, you guys. So close. Amanda? Wait, Bonita, are you Amanda? Wait. Nope, just kidding. Amanda, I read it earlier. Miss Bonita. Okay. $5. Got it. I donated. No, you're fine. What's your question, Miss Bonita? While I wait, I'll just keep going. Oh, and Gabby did too? Oh, I hate doing this. It just messes with the energy. It just breaks it. Cause I'm just sitting here trying to figure out where people donated. Gabby, where did you donate? Let me know. I'm laughing at Amanda's comment. Free, not for me. I've made it like. Okay, Lauren, can you look into about Brandon Aquarius's feelings towards me? Yes. I'm gonna pull a card just to, in case I'm not connecting right because of these speed readings. How does Brandon feel towards Miss Bonita? I don't even remember what I say. He's up and down. So this is peaks of joy. So I think he has moments, Bonita, where he's like really feeling connected to you. And then he's like, has moments of just being like, oh, this is not what I want. You know, I'm busy or doing whatever. I felt a deep connection with this man. Yeah. Miss Bonita donated, you guys. That's why. Commitment. I think that's a good sign. I think he can definitely be there, Miss Bonita, is what I'm getting. But right now, whatever he's struggling with, he's doing like the back and forth. So if there's anything you can do to like not push him, don't like push him further and be like, you need to make a decision. Like that's the worst thing we can do. But anything you can do to make him feel safer. Safer is the word that I'm hearing. I'm just going to ask like, what is it that he keeps going back and forth on? Feeling like he's at home. Maybe there's a part of like being in this relationship with you that just doesn't feel like a relationship to him. I don't know what that is. But maybe he's idealizing like his parents' relationship and maybe he's comparing it to that and it's different. So, you know, maybe even bring up the conversation of like, oh, you know, what was your parents' relationships like at home? And it's not even them as much as like, what is your ideal relationship look like? Like, what do you want? And I feel like he doesn't know. And that's why you're getting these mixed messages, Bonita, because he's like, sometimes he's like, yeah, this is what I want. And then sometimes he's like, I don't know what I want. I had to pause the video really quick. Yeah, Gabby, let me know where you donated because for whatever reason, I'm not seeing it. But I do have like 20 apps up, so I don't know. Because I'm seeing, oh, is it Anna? Do you think he'll reach out? No, I think that's why I'm like giving you the advice to like meet up together. Like it doesn't need to be a date or anything. It could just even be like texting or not texting. I like getting in person again and just like getting to a conversation about like what are you looking for? That's how I feel like it should go. Thanks, Bonita. Thank you for your donation. Thank you guys for donating. And just so you know, those who are doing the speed readings, if you do donate, I'll pause and kind of pull some cards for you. Amanda, no, it's not damn hair. Watch it afterwards. Oh, and you said, can you see if he'll open up more? Yeah, and again, I felt like it's, what did I pull? It was a card. What is it that he's so hung up on? It's like his thoughts around it. His thoughts are sometimes in a really good place. And then sometimes his thoughts are in a place of like, oh, this isn't what I envisioned. This is like, I need it to feel like home and whatever that is to him. Maybe it's his parents' relationship, or maybe it's this relationship that he's idealized in his brain, but he either needs to understand that it's too far-fetched or he needs to just understand what he does want so he can clarify it. And then you can be like, well, I'm here and I'm offering that. And then he'll be like, oh, well, I do want that. So I guess this could work. You know what I mean? And obviously, I'm not saying that do these things and you're going to just win over these people. Obviously, they have their own free will. The future can change. But I try to read and give you guys the best advice that I can give in those moments. Do our dog have a special purpose in our lives? Yes, Double C. You should watch the video that I did. I just did a chat with Lizanne Flynn. She is also an animal communicator. She taught me some of the things that I know. And we had a chat about animals, and we talked about, like, do animals come in and have purposes in our lives? Do they have a greater purpose or a job? And it was such an interesting conversation that we had. I absolutely loved it. You feel so natural with him. That's awesome. I think I'm getting good vibes around it, Miss Bonita. Yeah, and I just feel like the texting him thing isn't gonna work. It just feels like maybe something you can do and meet together in person. I don't know. Yes, you're Anna. Okay, so sorry guys, I am doing speed readings, but whenever somebody donates, I give them a reading. So I think it's just Anna really quick, or Gabby. Gabby, let me know what question you have. How do I recent activity, view all activity? Okay. One day I'm gonna have super chat. One day. I just saw it. Where did it go? Anna, I saw that. I'm not crazy. Anna, okay. Sometimes, y'all. Oh, and then it looks like Sherelle also sent me something. Mr. Bonita? I'll get to that in a second. Okay. Miss Bonita, I wonder if you have mutual friends. I would just let it go for a bit. Like, I think it's gonna happen. Again, like I said, being that pushy, energy, that's not gonna help. Is that your natural hair color? No. I wish. My natural hair color is, well, the top. See, I've got the, like, balayage going on. Basically, like, from here down. PayPal link is in the description. That was me, Bonita. Okay. I'm so delayed. My question was what I can do spiritually or any means to help my husband in his situation. Absolutely. Let's pull a card. Boom. And so this card, what did I do to my deck? It's all sorts of mixed up. So this card, Gabby, is all about, like, conserving resources. So this is like you're walking through the desert and you're trying to get to the oasis, but until you get there, which is like him in his situation, like he's gonna get there, things are gonna get fixed. But until then, it's like conserve your water, conserve your food. And so this is how you can help him by not, like, encouraging and, like, even just, like, literally financial expenditures, like, encouraging him to, like, go out of his way to, spend and do a lot. But even just with his energy, like telling him to, like, take breaks, take naps, like conserve his energy, that kind of stuff. I'm just gonna ask if there's anything else you can do to help him, because I think for whatever reason he's just not doing a good job of that himself. And so you telling him, I give you permission, will absolutely help. I pulled commitment, but in the reverse. Hang on. I'm curious what that would mean. This is saying don't get into, okay, that makes sense. Okay, so commitments in reverse is like don't make commitments you can't keep. And this could be with your husband, or I'm even hearing like encouraging your husband not to get into things he's like not super sure on, like making agreements or getting into a new situation that he just doesn't feel good about. Maybe he's just not the best judge intuitively at the moment. And so it's just helping him understand what commitments, even I'm hearing time, like his time, his energy, his money, his job, all of this, helping him understand and see the balance between it all and what he can and can't do, I think is going to be helpful to him. Yeah, thank you, Gabby. Thanks for the donation. I tell everyone about your channel. Facebook, Reddit is your. Thank you, Brittany. Brittany, did you sign up for the? Oh, and I should be telling you guys all of this. So while you're in here, really quick, the last Thursday of every month is going to be a group video call. So we all get on Zoom and we just do a night where we read each other. So I give you guys exercises, and then you kind of break off into groups, and you guys read each other. We all come back. We kind of talk about what happened. It's basically like a little mini class, but it happens every month. It's only $5 to come. And you're getting one-on-one personal time. You got to turn on your video, and you got to, put in the energy to read other people. But if you're really wanting to learn how to, strengthen your abilities, and you just need practice, and you need to do it in a place where everyone else is doing it and it's safe, join us. You can sign up for it on my website. Again, it's the last Thursday of the month. No, sorry, last Tuesday of the month. And I think it's the 27th of this month. Anyways, I was just thinking about that. Thank you though, Brittany. I've been trying to get monetized for like 5 years, and granted, only about 1.5 years of that, almost 2 years, have I actually been serious about it, but I'm so ready. Cool. Hang on, guys. I think I had one other person donated. Bonita, did you have another question? She sent me another donation really quick. Because I got Amanda. I'm having to go into my PayPal, go into my Venmo, refresh. Okay, so I'm on PayPal. Yeah, I think it was PayPal. So, Bonita, let me know what your question is. And then everyone who's still here, I'll get back into speed readings. Thank you. Thanks for being patient. In remote viewing, I moved to the future. We believe the mind is out of time. 5 seconds is no different than 300. That makes sense. I kind of believe that's how the afterlife works. That's cool, John. You're welcome, Gabby. I guess while I wait for Miss Bonita, she sent a donation. We'll just keep going. I'll go backwards a little bit. How does Evan feel about us hanging out last night? He feels good, Libra Goddess, but he's so insecure. He's so insecure about himself. Like, even if the night went amazingly, he will talk himself out of being like, I did so bad, I said this. And that's all he's caught up on. Even if that doesn't seem like his outward appearance. What's Miriam's current feelings towards me? She'll be nice to you, but it's why is she even bothering? She's it's I have to be friends with her. I don't want to say that. That sounds bad. I don't want to damage any relationships, but it feels like she's with you because she has to be. And I don't know, Tamara, if that doesn't sound right, throw it away. But it feels like somebody who's there because they were dragged along, sort of thing. I don't know about that one. What clair ability is remote viewing under? I would describe it as all. I mean, I don't know too much about remote viewing, but I assume when you are in a meditative state and you're remotely viewing something, you're probably using all of your senses. You're probably seeing, you're probably hearing, you can probably smell and taste things in this area that you're in. So I think it's a little bit of everything. I'm sure it probably relies a little bit heavier on clairvoyance, obviously, but that's my guess. John, tell me if you disagree. Does my wife's grandpa have any messages for her? He's proud of your son. I don't know if you have a son, but he's wearing a military outfit, maybe. I think he's proud of the path that you guys have. I don't know if your son has really struggled, but he's really proud. But Marion and I are not in contact. Gotcha. That makes sense of why I'm getting this energy of like she it's like I don't want to be here, but I have to be. And maybe that's just like when you guys used to be together. Maybe I was reading the past. If in speed reading and you pick my name in question is, and Bonita, if you're still there, you sent me a donation. I think you can get a reading. Is the man I currently married the right man for me? Thank you. I love your. Thank you, Tabitha. Oh, I'm getting a bunch of stuff there. I think it's like a yes, but a lot of things need to be fixed. But also, if you decide you don't want to commit and your willingness is not there anymore, Tabitha, then obviously you're going to put that out and attract the wrong thing back. So it's like it can work and it can get better. I'm just like, you guys are like standing on opposite sides of the room facing the other way. You guys are just not connecting right now. And that doesn't mean that you're not wrong, that you're wrong for each other and you have to divorce. It's like you don't have the communication happening right now. And for anyone out there in a relationship, it seems like almost everyone on YouTube is just trying to get into a relationship. But if you're in one of the things I always recommend is, and Tabitha, I made this video years ago, but I made a video so not like in line with a lot of the stuff I make now, but I made a video called like how to fall in love and stay in love. And I almost hesitate to recommend it because I don't even remember what it was about. But my guys are pointing me to that to you. And it's like understanding how to nurture the current relationship that you're in. It's so easy to move forward in a relationship and just expect it to be perfect. This is not a speed reading, but I got a download and I'm going with it. But one of the things that I often tell people is like even if you can't do it weekly, set a weekly or like bi-monthly talk night with your significant other. And this is a night where you guys talk. You talk about problems. You talk about, if you don't have problems, you give each other compliments. You thank each other for things. And I can't tell you how much this improves your relationship, just going out of the way to force yourselves to do it because you're with each other constantly. And if you're not doing that and you're not going out of your way to just force yourself to have those conversations, then it can just be forgotten about and then problems can stew. But this weekly talk night is great because it's like it brings up all this stuff and you can get it out of the way and move on and feel more loving towards each other. Anyway, Tabitha, I feel like he's the right man if you nurture it. That's the guy that stopped texting because his own problems. I've already forgot, Tamara. I'm sorry. I'm not remembering everything. Are my spirit guides okay with the direction I'm going? Yeah. Well, they're like, why wouldn't we be? Just don't do anything bad. Don't harm yourself is like what they're saying. We'll support you. I wanted to know what's Marlon's current feelings towards me since we are not in contact like he does. Does he think about reconnecting? I need to wipe the slate clean with Tamara. I'm getting them all mixed up. I wanted to know, this is me wiping the slate clean. Sometimes doing a physical movement can help you in the middle of readings to just kind of like be like, nope, I'm wiping the slate clean. I'm getting rid of my bias. That's kind of what I do in my head. I'm just like, imagine a whiteboard and it's like, I don't remember anything I've read about Tamara. It's all gone. I wanted to know what Marlon's girl. I don't think he thinks about reconnecting. I'm sorry. Mike, I miss your message. What do my guys want me to know right now? They're just pulling you backwards. There's a lot of backwards movement. They're like closing your eyes, Brittany. Are you relying too much on clairvoyance? You're relying too much on the external things that you're seeing. They want you to come into your internal world. They want you to come in and talk to them, to meet them. You're just too much in the current present. Does that make sense? Like in this not waking state, but this world. They want you to play and come and talk to them in this other world. Like they're just showing me it's like this is where you dream, this is where you meditate, this is where you journey, all of that. And Brittany, I'm just feeling like shamanic journeying. If you're into it, maybe look into it. And I should make a rule. I kind of feel like I need to make a rule. Reading what other psychics read is just a waste of my time and a waste of your time, because what if they're wrong, you know? Um, my guides are already told readers, and that's the thing, is I don't know the integrity of those readers. I don't know if they're professionals. I don't know, and even if they were professionals, were they 100% connecting correctly in that moment? I don't know. So the engagement ring thing, I don't know. I'm not gonna guess on that. I'm not gonna guess on someone else's guess, because that only confuses you more. I hope that makes sense. Um, but as far as, like, when you're gonna meet someone, Tamara, I just feel like you're all over the place. Like, you're putting your hopes into too many people, and you're so desperate for something that you just need to stop and be like, "What do I want? And are the people that I'm after actually people that are awesome for me?" Because I feel like you're going after a bunch of people who are ghosting you and leaving you and not interested back in you, and so it's kind of like, what, you want that? Do you want that out of a relationship? And so, as far as, like, if it's the year for meeting your husband, I don't think it's a no. Like, you can absolutely meet your husband, but right now you're just like, your compass is not pointing. Your compass is pointing towards anything. You're like, I'll take anything. And because of that, it's just like the universe is like, I don't know what she wants. Let's just send her a little bit of everything. And what they're sending you is crap. Like, that's what I'm getting. um, Hi, as will Dorothy D. Reach out to me again. I love that name, Dorothy D. It's like the 50s or the 40s. Why am I seeing, I'm not doing this fast enough. I think I lost Bonita. She donated and then disappeared. um okay, fast. How are you? When will Dorothy D reach out to me again? If you can't tell, I'm not the best at speed readings. Um oh, when she's a lot older. Oh, that might not be what you want to hear. Again, I can be wrong. How is Evan feeling about us hanging out last night? I think the same thing, Libra. I don't know if you heard me earlier. Oh yeah, did you answer the question? I think what I was saying was that he really enjoyed it and he really liked it, but I think he was so nervous and or he's right now he's feeling so insecure about things he said or things that he did, and he's just like beating himself up about it. And so he's like letting his insecurity prevent him from like moving forward or like reaching out to you. So anything you can do to be like, I thought you were really cool or really charismatic or something like that, I think will help him not feel those things about himself. Um, I'd like to develop mediumship. What practices does Spirit say I specifically should do? But Mike, I immediately saw you like picking up like old photos of, people who are obviously deceased, like in a thrift store or something, and connecting with them, like connecting to their physical like photos and like trying to read them, because you won't get hung up on, am I right or am I wrong, because you won't ever know. It's just fun, it's just practice. And maybe there's something about the physicality of it for you, maybe the psychometry aspect of it, Mike, that will help you connect better with those. I would definitely try that. Like go into an old thrift store, look for some old photos, grab a few. What was the first ghost you saw as a kid with your psychic ability, and did it scare you? I didn't see ghosts as a kid because I shut my psychic ability off when I was a kid, unknowingly, because I was told that it wasn't real. So if you watch kind of my channel video of like who I am and how I became psychic, I learned how to be psychic. And that's why I'm so huge on like everyone can learn how to strengthen their psychic ability. There's not gifts. You're born with it. Everyone can do this. And I'm a perfect example of it. I went to a pet psychic, Lizanne, who is now on my channel. We did a conversation together because my dog died. And then she blew my mind and I was like, I have to learn how to do this. But I do think looking back, I definitely had those moments, but I just discounted them. But I think it was mostly in my dreams. But I did feel like there was things in my room. I never saw ghosts. I felt them for sure. And it was just this feeling of like something's in the room with me and I'm terrified. And I hid under my bed. And that's something I do want to discuss when my son gets older. I made my whole pregnancy series, but I do want to basically make videos about how to like help your kids with their psychic ability, but not to a point where you are encouraging it so much that they're getting into dangerous waters. And I'm gonna figure that out on my own with my own son. So I'm gonna share that kind of as he grows up. And if you stick around and subscribe, hopefully you'll see those. Thanks, Gabby. Good night. Have a great night. Okay, so Libra, what psychic gifts do you currently see me with? Wiping the slate clean. I'm like tasting things, Mike. I feel like you might actually be really good at clairgustance. Hi Jenny. Who are my spirit guides? I think for timing's sake, after Vanessa, I'm gonna stop here. So Vanessa is what are my psychic abilities? I'm gonna stop there. I have to sneeze. Who are my spirit guides? Sorry, Vanessa. I'm getting fairies, Vanessa. Fairies. Mythical creatures, lots of them. Vanessa, for whatever reason, it's like guys that you connect to out of like books or, you know, TV shows, like anything magical or mythical or things that make you think of yourself as a kid. Like those are your guides. One day I'm going to make a video about how our guides can be like, or maybe I put it in my spirit guides video. I can't remember. Basically, I talk about how they can be from movies or from books and why they kind of do that and take on those forms. I'm new. Are you able to tell me what my guides want to tell me? And please subscribe, you guys. Thank you for joining me tonight. Every Tuesday, I do live readings tonight. We just happen to be doing speed readings. I'm trying to get through as much of them as I can. But if you subscribe and watch my videos, it helps out so much. Even if you guys comment when you see a video come out, ask me questions, ask for suggestions. It helps my channel out so much, and I really appreciate it. Tell me what my guides want to tell me. Jenny, you're like walking on a really long path, and you're on your own, and it's a very long, straight path. You are just starting. You're just starting your journey. And they're like, there's so much ahead, but just keep going. And know that it's going to take time. When will Cam reach out to me again? And guys, after Vanessa's psychic abilities, I'm going to wrap up. So if anyone wants to still get any questions and send me a donation, I will wrap up with donations. When will Cam reach out to me? I'm feeling like a week, Libra. Like I feel like he needs to get over himself and then like go through this whole existential crisis of like not contacting you soon enough. I don't think it's the worst thing if you contact him first in like a day or two. If Darren and I get into a relationship, will he be low? I immediately heard no. I heard no before that sentence even ended. Can I have a free reading? If you asked a question, yeah. But I'm gonna wrap it up after Vanessa. We did stuff, if you know what I mean. I could feel that, Libra. I could feel it. It was a good night. But he's just like, today he's just getting into his head and just like telling him, he's trying to talk it down and play it down because it was so good that he's just like, oh, I have to, like, he has to sabotage it. He's like a self-sabotager. Is love ever coming towards me? Never been in love. Absolutely, Chrissy. I think you're it's not that you attract the wrong people. It's just like, I'm just getting, there's a bunch that are like, you might set boundaries incorrectly. You might partly attract the wrong type of people. I'm also getting like, there's just like an inexperience and you need somebody who's more experienced than you to kind of walk you through what it's like to be in a relationship. But I think you've only met newbies, and that's kind of the issue. You need somebody who can lead you through that. And I think they're giving you that information because those are the people you should attract. Do you see Evan and I being in a relationship by the end of the year? I'm getting them all mixed up, Libra. I don't know. If that's the same person, yes. If it's not the same person, no. That we've been talking about, Libra. Hi, will my husband continue to work for my father business in the long term? Ooh, Lisa. I'm immediately feeling like things will deteriorate slowly, so he needs to learn how to stick up for himself, or it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough. Vanessa, what are my psychic abilities? All of them. You have all of them. Psychic abilities are it's just one ability. It's the ability to connect with intuitive information. I'm guessing what are your what you were getting at is what are my clairs? In which case, or I guess you could ask it in the sense of like, where do I connect strongest with my psychic abilities? Vanessa, have you tried talking to animals? I'm also hearing plants. In clairsentience, maybe. Thanks, Chrissy. Thanks everyone for joining me. I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. I know some of you guys are just joining, but if I don't wrap up eventually, then I'll start giving out bad readings. V Cookie, hey, I'm back after a long time. Welcome back. And so tonight was speed reading, so it means everybody can jump in, and I just try to go as fast as possible. Obviously, I'm horrible at that, but normal nights, what we do is we do guessing games, and then you can try to guess what I'm thinking, and then if you guess it correctly, then you get like a longer reading. But again, every night we do donations if you want to get to the top of the list. Hi, Pris. Hi, lady. Can't wait to see your video on playing that psychic game with your friend. I know. Oh, Brittany, it was such a bummer because we were supposed to film it this last Monday, but we had to reschedule because she was basically going out of town and she was like, I need to get my crap together. So we have to wait. Like I filmed the majority of it. I just need to actually go to her house and film the rest of it. But I just need to reschedule. But it's coming. I got so many video ideas coming, you guys. This week's video will be how to know the difference between intuitive hits and your thoughts, which is like one of the most popular questions I get asked. And it's like, how do you know if what you're getting is you, or how do you know if it's something else? And so that's going to be this week's video. I'm so excited about it. So subscribe, you'll see it coming. Basically every like Friday, Saturday, I have a new video, and then we do these live readings on Tuesdays. Again, the last Tuesday of the month will be those group calls where we all get on and practice reading each other. So if you really want to like stretch your psychic ability and get some hands-on practice reading for other people, like we'll get on, we'll read each other's pets, we'll read each other's like grandparents. So not only is it great because you're practicing, but you're also getting like all these free little mini readings. And you're validating everybody else and you're helping everybody else. And I'm basically there just kind of coaching you all. I'm so excited. But then other than that, I kind of swap how I do my videos is I do one exercise video, one kind of like me talking at you video. So let's see. So this week is sort of that talking at you video, and I'm going to do the difference between intuitive hits and kind of your thoughts. And then next week's Friday video will be an intuitive calendar video. So I'm going to teach you guys how to make your own intuitive calendar. So like looking at your month coming up, what days should you be aware of? You know, is there going to be a good day? Is there going to be a bad day? Is there something you need to know about that day? And so I have this fun printable calendar that you can make and practice all your clairs and do all the exercises that I've taught you guys, like the traffic light exercise. But yeah, that'll be next week. I have so many videos, you guys, that I'm so excited to share. I'm also hoping to save up for an actual vlogging camera, and then I'll really feel like a vlogger. I'm so excited. Yes, the guessing games. Yeah, just not tonight, but otherwise they're pretty typical. You're welcome, Jenny. Yeah, and anybody who's kind of getting into this but is a little scared, again, check out my video course because I walk you through the boundaries. You don't want to be like me where you're starting to see spirits and you have no idea how to handle it. And basically, I was lucky in that I found the program that I went to where I've learned all this stuff that I teach you guys. I found it about a month after I started seeing spirits, but I was like terrified to go to sleep every night because of it. And so it's not a fun place to be in. And so I'm all about helping you guys understand your psychic abilities, get connected with them, and use them safely. Sorry, Libra. I thought you said another name. I thought you said, what did you say? thought you said like Evan or some. No, you said Cam. You said Cam, and so I was getting them all. Cameron, Evan. I thought. See, I was two different people. I don't know. Yeah, guessing games are fun. How do YouTubers get that cash donate button in the live chat? You have to be monetized, fat lazy cat feral. So it's called super chat, and you can only have it when you're monetized. I'm still not monetized, which means I make nothing off my videos. There's no ads on my videos right now, but as soon as I get monetized, there'll be ads. But I mean, you guys, there's those like little 5-second ads that you basically hit the skip button, but it's crazy how much more money that makes people. But yeah, and that's why I hate it, because I don't want you to have to deal with PayPal or Venmo. But as soon as I hit that monetization, then I get it. And so I've hit the number of subscribers that I need, but I have to have a certain number of watch hours. So if you really like want to help me, like just like leave my videos playing overnight because that boosts my watch hours. My family members do that for me, and I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. But doing that helps me. I'm like 800 hours away from what I need. But as soon as I have that, then I'll have the super chat. It'll make this a lot easier. Thanks, Brittany. Thanks for being my hype girl. Awesome, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. What else do I need to share with you? Catch me next time. We will be live again next Tuesday. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. You can subscribe here. And again, I have video courses on my website if you want to purchase those. And I also have places where you can book readings with me. So if you want to book like 15-minute, 30-minute, hour and a half readings, you can do that. And I also have coaching sessions that you can book with me. So if you're still wanting to like understand your psychic abilities and you're really wanting some hands-on stuff, again, I would obviously take my courses before you take like a coaching thing with me, because I'm probably just gonna be like, go do that. But use the coaching to basically, get out of those situations where you're stuck. I sort of do a combo of giving you like a reading, but also giving you practical advice. But yeah, guys, I don't know. I feel like I'm missing something else. By the ends of these, I'm so like up here and I'm like, whoa, so connected that I can't remember how to like think. Create playlist that people can watch overnight. Oh, you mean like meditations? Because I do have playlists and you could just leave them up. But oh, I'm sorry, Jenny. Try hypnosis, Jenny. Maybe that will help a little bit. I literally call my protector guide an angel, also my joy guide. And oh, I like that. Ask for protection while I go to sleep. Would that be an example of boundaries? Yes, absolutely. That's asking other beings to help protect you and set those boundaries. And that's absolutely something you could totally do. I do that every night too. I have Archangel Michael come in and sort of like make this gold like shield around my entire house. Like I imagine him going across all the walls, all the floor, all the ceiling, and then pushing out anything so that I feel like I can go to sleep safely. Which I'm just now remembering that I totally had this amazing dream the other night with my grandma. My great grandma came into my dream, and you guys, oh, it was so cool. I know I'm just blabbing at this point. So she came in and she was like introducing me to family members, and she was like telling me things and showing me her houses that she had lived in, which I thought she had always lived in one house. And then she showed me, she's like, this is a family joke that we have. And it was like a story that they had written out, but it was put in a frame, and then it was like highlighted, like something about corn. And I was like, that's weird. Okay, whatever. And I went through the dream, and my great grandma was there, and then my great grandma came in at the bottom or at the end, and they were like, okay, let's go meet your son. And it was kind of like, we're gonna walk into the other room and go say hi to him. And then I woke up. And it was such a cool dream. And I texted my grandma. My grandma's into this stuff. And I was like, this happens. This is her mom. And she apparently like validated everything for me. She's saying, oh yeah, this person is in spirit. These relatives that you met. Yeah, she lived in several houses. There is a family joke about corn. And I still don't know it because she's like, it's too long. I'm going to have to tell you in person. And I'm just like blown away. Like even to this day, I do all these readings for you guys, but even me, I'm just like, I'm still blown away when this stuff happens. It's so cool. Anyway, that was such a cool dream that I had the other night. Maybe I should. You know a hypnotherapist I could do a video with? Oh, that's a good idea. Who? You have to let me know. You must be bored if you're watching me, Ian. um, yeah. I say Archangel Michael prayer whenever anything weird. I don't take chances. Absolutely. You're welcome, Az. Of course, free. I'm not going to do any more readings, but just know, check out some of my stuff. I don't have too much on anxiety, but anything that you learn about boundaries definitely might have some crossover there. My guys are saying to pull one card on my way out. Okay, I'll do it. Sort of decompressing a little bit from all that energy. I also had another, I told you guys last week that I felt my son had a spirit guide, and he is 10 months old, you guys. And I met my son's spirit guide. And at first I was like, who are you with? Like, you're not mine. You're not my husband's. Who are you with? And this guide was like, I'm with your son. Like, I'm his guide. And I was like, what? And he's like, woman, you should know this. Like, you meet guides all the time. This shouldn't be surprising. Ooh, the sun. So I'm pulling this card for us all. The sun. And again, I don't have these memorized. Just looking it up. 51. When you shine your light into the world, you will attract various people and experiences that match or challenge your commitment to being empowered. I'm getting that this is specifically for all the people that are asking about the relationships. It's like when you're putting out that desperate energy, you're only going to attract like not good, desperate relationships where you're always having to feel that way. You're always feeling desperate for that attention in that relationship. So putting out good, positive vibes is going to attract you good, positive relationships. Right now, you are receiving information to know which choices to make, which opportunities to take, which people to trust. This is an Aboriginal Australian sun goddess, Yi. Y-H-I. She illuminates your path with her rays and brings clarity as she shows you what you need to know. I'm feeling her, and she's immediately being like, sit down, meditate, connect to my light, connect to this sun energy. And even if you don't know where to go, she's like, come towards my energy, go towards this light. Let this light be your guiding force and just use it whenever you're trying to find your way. You don't know which way to go. Just be like, show me the way with this light. That's such a cool message. Do you hear your guides like you hear your thoughts in your heads or as an external? Oh, it's hard, Jenny. It's this weird in between. And that's basically the whole video that I'm doing this week. Because it's in my head, but it's definitely not my voice. Like, I know what I sound like when I talk to myself, but it's like somewhere else. And I guess it is a little bit of a spatial awareness. So is that clairsentience? It's a little bit of a clairsentience mix there, but it's like a spatial awareness of knowing. Like I check, I just ask. I'm like, was that me? And sometimes I'll feel that same awareness, be like, no, it's me over here. But there's a fine line there, and really, I give you a bunch of tips in the video that I'm giving you guys on Friday, but at the end of it, it's sort of like the only way you can really know is practice, because how it works for me might not be exactly how it works for you. So you just have to like know exactly what does and doesn't work. Ms. Wheats, I would love your donation, but let's save it for next week because I don't want to give you a bad reading. I am wrapping it up, and I want to draw my boundaries and make sure that I'm giving you guys the best I can give you. Thank you guys so much, and thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for being here with me tonight. I know it was a little bit later tonight, but I was excited that I was still able to jump on. Yeah, and I've recorded so many videos, both that are not edited and that are edited, that I know I've answered all of your guys' questions in one way or another, and I'm always just trying to remember which video it was. I'm surprised I can remember them all. But I'm trying to think. there's another video that I talk about languages and how your spirit talks to you. No, that's one I've recorded that I haven't put up yet either, but it's coming. You can absolutely meet your guides with a pendulum. Absolutely. All right, you guys. Thank you so much. I will see you. And again, Friday, new video coming up. Next Tuesday, I'll be on live again. All right, guys. Good night. Have a good one. Bye.